Good morning, family. This is Nadine Smiley coming to you. You gotta excuse my voice today. I woke up feeling kind of hoarse, not sure exactly what it is. It's not a cold, but with the weather change and all I don't know, the dry weather, I don't know, woke up feeling kind of hoarse. But I wanted to come to you today anyway and give you this message. It's been on my heart to really deliver this message to somebody that needed to hear it. So here we go. I'm asking you one question only. What is the price of your victory? What's the price of your victory? That's a question only you can answer. Only you can tell me the price of your victory. Only you know what victory looks like to you. And the reason I ask that, I'm going to share a story with you. When in 1999, I participated in a junior karate world champion tournament. It was people from all over came to compete in this tournament. It's a karate tournament, like I said, and it was different styles, things like that. So I'm fighting. I'm down to my very last fight. So far, I've won every single fight, and I'm feeling good. I'm almost there. I see the victory. It's right there. I see the finish line. I just gotta finish this last fight. Let's do it. We get in the ring. It was 3 points to the winner. Boom, boom. First 2 points I got quick. So I'm like, all right, I got one more point to get, and the victory is right there. It's right there. So, okay, we go back to fighting. I went to throw a kick, and the girl got scared and used her knee to block. So as my foot connects with her kneecap, I felt the bones in my foot fractured. So I'm not sure if any of you have fractured or broken a bone, but you feel that joint instantly. That thing hurt. So automatically I go down. So the refs come over, my instructors come over. Everybody wants to know, can you continue the fight? Maybe you need to tap out. Maybe you need to give up. Now, I grew up with a bunch of older brothers who I used to fight with my older brothers, and we would fight until I would say I would give up. So I learned very young, I'm not giving up. We just gonna have to keep fighting. You're not gonna hear I quit. You're not gonna hear I give up, because to me, my pride was not going to allow me to give up. So when they asked me, can you continue the fight? Do you want to give up? My answer was, I'm not giving up. Let's continue. Now, mind you, I wouldn't knock anybody that decided my foot is broken, I'm not going to continue a fight. I wouldn't knock anybody for that. But for me, the price of my victory was worth it. So I get back up, and I could barely hold weight on one leg, on that one foot. Okay, they didn't call the fight. They started it. All right, boom, last point. So I scored the winning point, and that allowed me to get first place in this fight, in my division. Out of all the fighters, I won first place. So to me, the victory was worth the pain. The victory was worth, to me, I'm like, my foot will heal, but this is something that you can't take from me. I did this. I worked hard. I sacrificed. I trained. Every Saturday was, we used to have sparring every Saturday at the karate school. I loved sparring, by the way. That was my favorite part of the karate. But, so for me, that was the victory for me. That victory meant so much to me. And for it to be, for it to have been a sacrifice with it. Now, mind you, 1999, we're in 2018 right now. And last year, I had to get a surgery to go back and fix in my foot some of the damage that did not heal properly because I continued fighting. So was it the wisest move? Probably not. But when you're young, that's not what you're thinking about. I was thinking about the victory. That's what I had in sight. I had the victory. It wasn't, this might cause another issue down the line. It was the victory. And it was something about walking away, knowing this is what I worked hard for. This is what through blood, sweat, and tears, this is what I did. And you can't ever take it from me. You can't ever say I didn't earn this. So, it wasn't necessarily a pride thing, but that was the victory. And the choices along the way on what choices I would make in order to get that victory was what I had to decide on. So, I say all that to say that most people, when they go to their grave, one of the most common things that they say is they regret never going after something. They regret never following through with something that could have led to their victory. For many of them, at the time, they felt the price was too high, the cost was too much, or the work was too hard. Either way, when they get to the end times, they look back and realize the price was worth the victory. So I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be one of those people that when I get to the end, and whatever you believe in, I believe in God, not necessarily any specific religion, but I do believe in a divine power. What I want is when I get there, when I get to the point where, I'm held accountable, I can say I used everything you put in me to sacrifice, to reach every victory, every vision you have given me. I tried. Like I did my best and I don't regret anything. That's what's important to me. So what I ask you today is there's a vision that you have, a victory that you want to see. There's something that you have in mind, but there's obstacles in the way. There's things, money, finances are tight. I have a full-time job, so I can't focus on this. I got kids. Look, I have 3 kids and so I know what it's like to juggle. I am the mompreneur. I know what it's like to juggle, but in order for us to show our kids that they can sacrifice, they can reach their victory, we have to be willing to get to ours. We have to be willing to put in the work, to put in the time, to put in the effort, to put in the finances, to put in anything that's needed in order to get to the victory that we have. Nobody has our vision but us. Nobody can tell us, oh, yeah, I see your vision, but maybe you should change it a little bit. Nobody's ever going to see the vision the way you see it, because it's yours. You can paint the picture, absolutely. People can get the gist. Nobody will ever see it the way you do. So what are you willing to sacrifice to get for that vision to become a fruition? That's your victory. That's your victory. When that vision can become a fruition, when it can become real and tangible and you can see it and you can benefit from it, that's your victory. That's your victory. But along the way, you're going to have roadblocks. Along the way, you're going to have times where it feels like I'm never going to get there. Going back to the story of the karate tournament, there were many days, even sparring days, that I'm like, okay, look, I'm tired. I don't want to fight nobody else. I'm tired. Or during days we had to exercise and work out, I just want a nap. I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to train no more. But the fact that I stayed focused, I stayed consistent, I never lost sight of what I really wanted, that is why I was able to achieve the victory. So you're going to have things in your way. You're going to have a cost that you have to pay. There's a price for everything. Believe it, baby. There is a price for everything. Now, in order to reach your victory, in order for it to become a reality, are you going to have to pay? Are you going to have to invest some money in programs, in training courses and things of that nature? Are you going to have to do that? Maybe. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Are you going to have to cut off toxic friendships, toxic relationships? Because you know what? Those will drag you down and you will never reach your victory. There's going to be people that you have to cut off for your own sanity, for you to keep sight of the goal, because they can't see it and they'll try and distract you. And sometimes it's not even intentional. Sometimes they're so scared of following their own dreams that they'll try to unintentionally deter you from yours. So the fact of the matter is, you have to decide what relationships are toxic for you and which ones are beneficial. And you're going to have to decide. Everybody can't come along for the ride with you. Everybody is not to sit at the table with you. That's going to be another message. But everybody cannot do that. You cannot allow everybody to sit at your table. You can't. For your own peace of mind, for your own sanity, for you to be able to reach that victory, you're going to have a cost. There's going to be a price that you have to pay. And you have to decide for yourself, is this something I'm willing to pay? Is this something that I can do? So is it something I'm willing to do? And that's the individual question that we all have to ask ourselves. Because to be honest, I can't answer that for you. If you see your victory right around the corner, or even if you see a victory in the distance, if you see your victory, you see a victory, you know what it looks like to you. You also know what it's going to take. And you also know that you got to know that there's going to be dark days. It can't be sunshine all the time. It's got to rain sometimes. So some days are going to be rainy days. You're going to get disappointed. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get upset. You know what? That's the cost. That's the cost to get to your victory. That's what it's going to have to be. Because if there was no struggle, if there was no challenge, you would not appreciate the victory. It would not mean anything to you when you got there. So at what point are you going to decide, I'm willing to pay the cost that it takes to reach my victory? At what point do you say that? Or will you keep saying, tomorrow, I start tomorrow. I'll take the first steps tomorrow. What if tomorrow don't get here? Or what if tomorrow gets here and 1,000 tomorrows get here? And you turn around and you're like, what happened? What happened to my time? Time is your most valuable commodity. That's the one thing that you cannot get back, no matter what. You could ask Bill Gates. You could ask the richest people in the world. Time is the one thing that they can't get back. You can't trade time for money and get it back. You can trade time for money, yeah. You can get paid for your time, but you can't trade it and get time back. That doesn't work. So, in closing, I'm going to ask you again. What is the cost? What's the price of your victory? Are you willing to pay that price? Are you willing to sacrifice and do what it takes? Are you willing to keep pushing through the sunny days and through the rainy days? Shoot, sometimes it's going to feel like you're in the eye of the storm. And you know what? You probably are. But once you get there, it'll be that much sweeter. Once you get there, you'll know you earned this. Can't nobody take it from you. That's something, that'll be your victory. So, are you willing to pay the cost for your victory? What's the price? Is it too great for you? It's your victory. Until then, Phoenixes, keep rising. I'll talk to you soon.